It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
The kickoff for Baltimore.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. You see Nick Foles coming out, the MVP of Super Bowl 52, as he will be the one to lead this Bears offense.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Foles. Space to maneuver at the 40. And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
Allen Robinson.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Foles. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, I deleted the whole call log like I'm tripping. And the phone's still dialing people. That's why I come flying clean out there. You're being petty.
Tripping. How about it?
We're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Foles on target with that one to Graham. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
So the big changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 87 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Throwing, Hundley, rolling to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Hundley on the keeper. Fumble on the play.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Is good. That ties the game at 3-3.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with
like
sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the start? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The catch made by Miller. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This to Graham on the short pass. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And now it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. Jackson. Back to Brown, this time complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of 15-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
And he's able to put it through. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Following the penalty, Montgomery. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
13 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd down at the 28-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Foles. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Foles, and he finds Montgomery complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Coming up at the half for Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The extra point.
And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep...
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that.
He's got a man complete. Bring it! And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finds his target, Montgomery. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Over the middle, complete. It's Graham. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Badgley's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Then in the afternoon window, all eyes will be on Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it'll be the Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And hitting Juju on the slant. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
31. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. There's Anthony Miller as they trot back out to go on offense. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Foles. It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Foles. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens' 35-yard line.
Foles on target with that one to Graham. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Foles on the give to Montgomery. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bears draw a bit closer. So the second time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and of course he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw, sliding out of the pocket. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down, Ravens.
Back now at Soldier Field. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 25 yards that time. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 31 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that is, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Foles. And that is incomplete here. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Foles going to get this into the hands of Montgomery.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are... Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
1st and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd time, and all about timing.
Route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now free.
And able to take it past the 20.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Rotating him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Goes to the right side here, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll find Miller, that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 4, a little under 40 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Now Jackson rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
3rd down.
Throwing now is Jackson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw. And that's caught inside the 30. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory. And they're going to need a miracle. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. There he goes right side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
42.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens,